Today on Shop Nation, we talk about moving, the shop situation, a giveaway, and I share some great resources for you that I found around the interwebs. Whew. What's up, you guys? I'm Travis, this is Shop Nation, and on this episode of Shop Talk, we're gonna share shop updates and then most importantly, share some great resources for you. Why is that plane flying right now? Share some great resources from around the interwebs for you to check out in the world of woodworking, making, building stuff in general. Let's get going. So the first shop update is there's stuff in the garage, which is a start. This past weekend we moved from our rental house to now this being our final house that we bought, and it's good to have stuff here, but the process of moving, not fun. And doing it with a 1-year-old, not fun-er. But before we go into that, let me tell you about some of the things I did to the shop in preparation for this. So the first thing we did was the epoxy floor, which again has a video, and I wanted to make sure I did this well ahead of time of everything moving in, because I knew as soon as everything was in here, there's no way in hell I'm gonna be doing it. So glad I got that knocked out. But it's been really nice to have, because we've been moving stuff around, dragging things, big heavy stuff as we're moving stuff in and out of the house, and it's holding up really fantastic. So if you're on the fence about an epoxy floor, just do it. It is so worth it. The second thing we did was upgrade the lighting in the garage. You've probably seen the video for this, but they basically just screw into the existing fixtures in the wall. It was a quick solution to add a ton of light to the space. If you're interested in doing something similar, I'd urge you to go check that out. But this got us to a point where everything is well lit, and I planned it such that enough light would be available on the shop side of the garage. And then the last thing that I did that is sort of unnecessary, but sure makes the space feel a lot better, is add a fresh coat of paint. Now this is agreeable gray, which is one of the 10,000 shades of gray, apparently, that are out there in the market, but seems like everyone uses agreeable gray. I'd say it's pretty agreeable, but who am I to say? This house was built in 1999, and dingy pinkish tan was all the rage. I think that's why they painted it that. Just doing a fresh coat of paint like this certainly helps brighten up the space, especially when you combine that with the lights and the floor, so it's gonna make it really nice. I wanted to make sure I did this well ahead of time, because as soon as stuff was in here, it just makes it that much harder to do. So people always ask me, hey, I wanna build out a shop, I'm starting from scratch, where do I start? And my answer is always the same, it's the floor and the lights. You gotta make sure you have enough light. That's probably the most important. The floor is kind of a nice to do. Some sort of floor treatment or covering that's gonna make your life that much easier in a shop environment. Now real quick, let's talk a little bit about shop layout. Now as you know, my shop is gonna exist in the third bay of this 3-car garage. And as it stands right now, there's no divider between the shop area and where the cars are eventually gonna park. So that's my first question to you. Do you recommend I do something about this? And I've seen those quick sort of plastic walls that you can put up. They look kind of janky, but it's certainly gonna keep the sawdust off of the cars and in that part of the garage. Just interested to hear what you have to say about it. The next critical piece is my ultimate cabinets, which did come with me in the move, unlike my workbench.
And one for my homies.
So this whole back wall is going to be the wall of cabinets. It should work out such that it stops at about where the cars are going to start to park. But that kind of represents my second obstacle, because this is in a bay of a 3rd-car garage, and I know a lot of you out there deal with this on a regular basis. I don't have as much wall surface area to mount things on, so it's going to force me to be creative and selective on how I store my stuff. So again, interested to hear feedback on maybe solutions that you found to work really well. Now the other available wall space after putting in the cabinets is going to be this wall here, which is taken up by 2 windows. Now windows in a shop is good and bad. It's good because it's, you know, obviously lets in natural light, lets you see outside, but it takes up really valuable wall space. Got to figure out what I'm going to do about that. I'm not going to cover them up because I'll get yelled at by my wife. So again, suggestions are welcomed. So another major decision for the shop is, as you'll notice, right about here is where a table saw would normally be. I don't have one. I sold it to the guy that bought my house who wanted to get into woodworking. I was happy to sell it to him because, as you may recall, I was having a tiff with the moving company. One less large item that they had to move was better for me. So that means that I need to invest in a table saw. What do I want? On one hand, I really like saw stops. I know they're solid built table saws, probably last me my entire life, and I won't saw my hand off, most likely. But then on the other hand, it's like, do I really need that? I mean, I could buy 4 of my old table saws for what I would pay for a saw stop. So now I don't want to get caught in this cycle where I think I need all these big bag tools to do the type of work that I do, because I really don't. And it starts to become really unrelatable to people watching the channel. I know I felt that way when I watched some channels. You know, if you see a guy with all Powermatic stuff, you're like, okay, well, I don't have any of that, so cool. Anyway, enough about my stupid shop. Let me now share some resources that I think you might find very useful. All right, so now we're back inside my office, which is kind of a mess, hence the terrible backdrop. I realized that every one of these shop talk videos has the most boring background possible. I promise that'll change. It's happening. You just gotta give me a minute or two. All right, so now moving on to the channel recommendations. Okay. Use my prop paper here. The first one that I want to recommend is called the Modustrial Maker, or Modustrial Maker, or I don't know how to pronounce it now that I think about it. But basically the channel is this guy who used to be a lawyer in Chicago and now just builds stuff for fun. And he does a lot of concrete stuff, like concrete tables and concrete countertops and really interesting stuff. But what I really like about his channel is recently he just bought a giant building in downtown Chicago, and he's gonna transform it into his new workspace / home, all in one. He's got a build series that I think is like 4 or 5 episodes in, so it's ongoing. So you can jump in now and kind of see how the process goes. But I like the way this guy shoots videos. It's very informative. He's entertaining. His content is really good, but I really want to see how this place turns out. I don't know. It's kind of cool. This guy sort of represents, I think, what a lot of us probably think would be a really cool idea, and he's just kind of playing it out for us. So always interesting to watch. Link will be down in the description below. Second channel is called Inspire Woodcraft. Now I think this guy started his channel right around the same time I did, maybe a little bit after, but he's quickly grown, and it's because his content is really good. He works out of basically half a garage, very relatable. The way that he explains his topics and the way that he shoots his videos is very cool. It makes for very entertaining content to watch. I'll watch a lot of his videos. He mainly sticks to woodworking, so if woodworking is your jam, go check him out. Again, that's Inspire Woodcraft, link down below. And the last one is gonna be not about woodworking. The channel is called This Old Tony. Now this channel is pretty much primarily about machining and making stuff out of metal, which I know may not be your jam, but I'm telling you, just watch one video. Just give it one video. Not only is this guy a master machinist, but he is hilarious. I'll watch his videos just because they're really funny. And I don't mean like off the wall, in your face funny. I mean, he has a very dry sense of humor that if you appreciate that type of humor, you will like the video. So just go check out one video of This Old Tony. Doesn't matter which one it is. It's gonna be hilarious. Now his channel is a lot larger than some of the ones that I recommend, as well as Modustrial Maker. They're both pretty large channels. But something that I wanna offer to you as part of the series is to get you out of your comfort zone. So this is an opportunity for me to not only share great content, but allow you to expand your mindset. So again, that is This Old Tony. I'll link his channel down in the description below. So if there are channels out there that you enjoy, or maybe that you have, please pass those along to me. I'll review them and see if it's worth sharing. I'll be honest, there's definitely stuff that people have suggested that I check out, and I don't think it really fits the bill for what we want to do here, but I welcome the suggestions, and I'm always open to exploring and finding new content. So you can leave those in the comments below, or you can shoot me an email and tell me there. The last thing I want to talk about before we go is the channel is quickly approaching 100,000 subscribers, and if you didn't know, on YouTube that's a pretty big milestone. That was my goal from day one, to see if it was even possible to get there, and it looks like we are going to get there. So as part of that, I want to do a giveaway, and I want to do it in 2 parts. The first one, because I know a lot of people are struggling out there. Maybe you lost your job, maybe it's just general anxiety, no one knows what the hell is going on. So here's where I'd like some help from you in the community. If you know someone who's struggling and generally enjoys DIY or woodworking or metalworking, whatever it is, if they're a maker, please shoot me a message. You don't have to put their name in the comments below. Just shoot me a private message through my website, which is linked down below, shop-nation.com, and I will enter their name into a drawing, and I want to give away something substantial to someone who likes that kind of stuff. If anything, it'll just make their day a little bit better and may distract them from the misery that the world is in right now. The second part of the giveaway is going to be for everybody. If you're a subscriber or a fan of the channel, you are eligible to win, and that giveaway is actually going to be through Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram or don't have an Instagram, go make one and follow me. My Instagram is Dream Shop Nation. And basically, as soon as I cross that 100,000 mark, I'm gonna put out a post. You will then just have to comment and tag one friend, and that'll enter you to win. Now again, I wanna make this fairly substantial because I owe a huge debt of gratitude to all of you who watch and support and comment and give me feedback and make fun of me. It's all important stuff, and I hugely appreciate it. And without you, it's not possible to get to 100,000. Obviously. So again, two-part giveaway. The first giveaway is open now. If you know somebody who's struggling and generally enjoys hands-on DIY woodworking, something like that, send me a message through my website. The second part of the giveaway will likely be in a few weeks when the 100,000 mark is crossed, and that will be through Instagram. Thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate the patience as we kind of make this transition into this new house. I'm probably going to put a video on the transformation of the house because we're having a bunch of work done inside, and I'm probably also going to be doing some amount of work, so a lot of before and after shots and stuff. If you're interested, it's not really for this channel. But as soon as that shop is done, we'll get back to doing cool projects, which will allow you to ultimately pursue shop greatness. I'll see you guys in the next one.